Hey, welcome to Talk English Podcast. Today we're sharing 20 smart sentences you can use every day to sound more fluent in English. Whether you're chatting with friends, colleagues, or anyone else, these phrases will help you communicate more confidently.
That's right. So hit subscribe and like this episode if you find it helpful. Let's dive right in. I'll get right on it. This sentence is super useful when you're taking on a task. It means that you'll start working on something immediately. For example, your boss asks you to send an email and you say, I'll get right on it. It's a nice professional way to show that you're on top of things. You can also use it casually when someone asks for help. Just remember, it's used for actions you're going to start quickly.
That's a good point. When you want to agree with someone's idea or opinion, you can use this sentence. It's not just about agreeing, but acknowledging that what they said is valuable or smart. For example, if your friend says, maybe we should take the train instead of driving, you can respond with, that's a good point. It's a polite and thoughtful way to engage in the conversation.
I'm all ears. This one's fun. I'm all ears means that you're ready to listen and pay full attention to someone. Let's say someone starts telling you a great story. You can say, I'm all ears, to show you're excited and ready to hear everything. It's informal and works in casual conversations with friends or family.
Let me think about that. When you need some time to consider something, like when someone asks you to make a decision, you can say, let me think about that. It's a polite way to delay an answer. You don't want to rush into decisions, so this gives you time to reflect on your options.
That's easier said than done. Use this when someone suggests something that sounds simple but is actually hard to do. For example, if someone says, you should just talk to your boss about your promotion, you could reply, that's easier said than done. It means the idea might sound good, but in practice, it's a bit more challenging.
I couldn't agree more. This is a strong way to agree with someone. It means you completely agree with what they're saying. For example, if your friend says, I think we should all be more environmentally conscious, you could reply, I couldn't agree more. It's a great way to emphasize your agreement in a positive, strong way.
It's up to you. Use this when you want to give someone the freedom to make a decision. For example, if you're making plans with a friend and you don't mind where to go, you could say, it's up to you. It shows that you trust their judgment and you're giving them control over the decision.
I'm on the fence about it. This sentence is perfect when you're unsure about something or haven't made a decision yet. For example, if you're debating whether to go to a party, you might say, I'm on the fence about it. It means you're undecided and still weighing the pros and cons.
That works for me. This is a simple way to agree to a plan or suggestion. If someone says, how about we meet at 5 p.m., and that time suits you, you can say, that works for me. It's an easy way to confirm that the plan is good for you.
I'm afraid I can't. When you need to politely say no to something, this phrase is your go-to. For example, if a colleague asks you to attend a meeting and you already have another commitment, you could say, I'm afraid I can't. It sounds more respectful than just saying no. Quick reminder, if you're finding these sentences helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the Talk English podcast and like this episode to support us. Now, let's keep going with the next sentence.
It's not a big deal. When you want to downplay a situation and tell someone it's not as serious as it seems, you can use this sentence. For example, if you accidentally spill a drink on your friend's table, you can say, it's not a big deal, to reassure them. It's great for staying calm and not overreacting.
I've got your back. This is a great sentence to use when you want to show support or let someone know you're there for them. For example, if a friend is worried about a presentation, you can say, don't worry, I've got your back. It's informal, and it's a strong way to show you'll help them out in tough situations.
I can't put it off any longer. Use this when you've been avoiding something that needs to be done. Maybe you need to clean the house or respond to an important email. You might say, I can't put it off any longer when you finally decide to face the task. It's a way of expressing that you can't delay something anymore.
I'm feeling under the weather. Use this to politely say you're not feeling well. For example, I'm feeling under the weather today, so I'm going to stay home. It's a common and gentle way to talk about being sick without getting into too many details.
I'm not sure off the top of my head. This one's useful when you don't know something immediately. For example, if someone asks you for information you don't have at hand, you can say, I'm not sure off the top of my head. It's a polite way to say you need more time to think or check something.
It's a win-win situation. When both parties benefit from a situation, you can say this. For example, if you and a colleague decide to share tasks and both of you will get something out of it, you can say it's a win-win situation. It shows that the arrangement is positive for everyone involved.
I'll take care of it. This one's great when you want to take responsibility for something. For example, if someone is worried about a task, you can say, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." It shows confidence and that you're in control of the situation.
That's the last straw. This is used when you've reached your limit with something or someone. For example, if someone keeps interrupting you, you could say, "That's the last straw." It means you've had enough and you can't tolerate it anymore.
I'm not sure what to make of it. When you're confused or uncertain about something, use this sentence. For example, if you read a strange email and don't know how to interpret it, you could say, "I'm not sure what to make of it." It shows that you're unsure of the situation and need more information to understand it.
It's just not my thing. When something doesn't appeal to you, you can say, "It's just not my thing." For example, if someone invites you to a concert you don't want to go to, you can say, "Thanks, but it's just not my thing." It's a polite and casual way to express disinterest.
All right, that wraps up today's episode. We hope these 20 sentences will help you sound more fluent and natural in your daily conversations. Don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to Talk English Podcast if you haven't already done so. And of course, if you want to speak English more fluently and better, watch this video.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Until then, keep practicing and keep talking. Bye.